How can you tell that you've become a local? When you start singing the garbage truck jingle.
You were doing that this morning.
I was doing that this morning. Tiene que sacar la basura, la tiene que sacar. Pa, pa, pa. Yeehaw, the beauty of going local. Barely made it off that bus. Yeah, when I hang on to the railing, I'm squeezing hard. White-knuckled, I think it's called. So this is the middle of winter here in Salinas, and the last few days have been characterized with flat weather where it's just 71 degrees all day. It's like 71 and extremely overcast. Almost looks like it's going to thunderstorm, but never does. Wow, the gauge says 85% humidity this morning. The middle of August, it's 70 degrees at almost 8 a.m. and it's very overcast out. But it still hasn't rained. What I love about it, there seems to be an amazing breeze, huh?
Windy, isn't it? Yeah, it's crazy.
And I can wear whatever, not worry about the sun. No hat, no glasses. Buenos dias. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? Hey, what's on our minds today? Frank and Angie living in Ecuador with their family on $1,200. Yes, sirree. We're in the We were in the mountains, Cuenca, Ecuador. Left under extreme circumstances, physical need to live in Salinas. Very happy to report that we're still, through our own stick-to-itiveness and effort, we're still living on $1,200 in the beach town of Salinas. So what's on our minds today?
People are being really smiley this morning.
Buenos dias. It's a holiday weekend, that's what it is. It's 10th of August, historical date. Security is always a area of concern. 100% security is a debatable and questionable ideal. And
so far there have been police about every 50 yards.
There's a lot more police than normal here. It's because it's a holiday. And you want to know that there's enough police around to keep the bad guys in check. It seems to be that way on the Malecon today. Remember, our way of doing things is to simply not stand out as much as that's possible, of course, being a foreigner. Not to stand out, of course, speaking English and having a camera. Hanging a camera out.
Standing out.
Yeah, you stand out, okay? And that's why we do it in these touristy public areas, especially over here on the coast. Hey there, guys. It's really nifty to be able to call the owner of the internet company direct and ask him why the internet's out. And he said, well, we're just changing a part and it'll be on in a few minutes. And it was only out around 30 minutes. Interesting, isn't it? The phone company's another story. After waiting in line for an hour, this is the difference between the coast and the mountains. I mean, this is one of the differences. This is the difference. After waiting in line for an hour at the phone company, because I didn't get a phone bill after paying for it, all I got is a receipt. I had to wait in line and they told me they don't give a bill. I need to see the bill because there was some extra charges on it. This is what I'm getting online. I don't know if you can see that. That's it. This phone bill thingy has now taken up at least a couple hours out of my day. But hey, what's your hurry, right? You see the people on this Malecon today, right? It's like Saturday morning at 9:30, and there's all these people here. This is what Cuenca's like, especially around the center of town, but not only the center, just about almost everywhere you go. The density softens up a bit once you get out of the center, but there's still a lot of people out. We talk a lot about how to not make yourself a target in our other publications, in our bookstore. And we talk a lot about it on the blog too. Lots of articles, all free information. Just use the search bar on the discovercuencaecuador.com. Yes, the Malecon has got a lot of people on, and therefore it's policed. Back there, the density softens up again as far as people that are out, and so the need, and so it's, yeah, it's security. I mean, it's a gray area. Here 3 weeks, and so there's a lot of adjustments that need to be made. After being 5 years in the same city in Cuenca, Ecuador, getting it to fit like a glove, like knowing how to do everything, where to go for everything, where to get the best deals on everything, and then just moving to a new city and then the place being a lot different. There's a lot of adjustments to make, so when you hear me make comments about, oh, I've got to find somebody to sew my pants, you know, and I'm comparing it to Cuenca, it's just the adjustment phase. It's not anything else. It's me adjusting to different surroundings and me sharing that with you so you know what it's like. You know, because there's a lot of things that you take for granted up north, you know, things that you can just do every day, every week. So I think it's important, and thanks for listening. It's a rough day. The phone's out and the internet's out. The phone's been out for a week. I can't call them and tell them that it's out because the phone's out. In order to get over to the phone company, you have to wait in line about an hour. And I'm really busy today. Got so much stuff to do. Okay, well, maybe we'll still get to go for a walk today. Buenas. Hola, hola. What a bunch of swell guys. It's interesting to see how communication through the decades goes through small changes. I was reading some publications from some old timers back in the 80s, 70s and 80s, and they used terminology like willy-nilly. Willy-nilly. In my age, the word nifty. You hear me say nifty from time to time. They don't use that nowadays. You stand out when you talk like that. Oh, it's 10:30 and the humidity hasn't budged. Neither has the temperature budged much. It's smack dab in the middle of winter in Salinas. And Californians might have never used the word nifty. I think they used, of course this was young people, rad, it's rad, or so far the month of August has been like this, the weather. July was half and half. About the first week of July was still pretty hot, and then towards the middle of July it started getting half and half like this, half the time like this and half the time sunny and hot. But August so far has been all like this, so I don't know, it might stay like this for another month. I love it. This is the kind of weather that I really love. I love the Cuenca weather too, especially when you're outdoors. It's just as good. But the wind blows, it's not, you don't feel chilly.
Well, we're used to overcast since living in Cuenca.
We're so used to overcast from Cuenca. But I'm not fooling myself. I know it's going to get hot here every day. And it's going to be a whole different ball game. But what I like about that is that it's really bright, it's sunny, and I don't have to put my glasses on in the house, you know, just to read the recipe and that kind of thing.